And it seems what everyone's talking about these days is the fate of Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, whether he indeed will take that walk in the snow, whether he will hang on. I'm starting to feel a little sorry for this guy because he obviously feels he has more to give his country. It's just his country might not want what he has to dish out. James Mennie, the rapper, joins us. You know him, of course, as a reporter, a columnist, and an editor at the Montreal Gazette. Hi, James.
How you doing there, Trudie?
Just fine. It's Friday night in Montreal at the end of the holidays, so what's not
Exactly. And do you know where your prime minister is?
Yeah.
Well, apparently he's back on vacation. He's chairing some meeting on Canada-U.S. relations, even as the heads of the regional caucuses are getting together on Zoom, I guess, to determine how they can get shed of the guy who right now is leader of the Federal Liberal Party and cannot be touched. It's going to be very, very interesting to see how much longer Justin Trudeau is going to be able to hang on to his job when a growing number of people from all quarters within the party, not the usual suspects, not the shadowy conspiracies that a lot of Trudeau trolls online seem to suggest are out there making it all up. The media is in the fix against him. Pundits are against him. It's all a trick to bring the very suspicious Pierre Poilievre into power. Sorry, I wish it was that simple. I wish it was that obvious, but it isn't. Justin Trudeau has made mistake after mistake after mistake. And even now, as far as I'm concerned, is making even perhaps the biggest mistake of his political career, which is allowing the Liberal Party to bleed to death. I can't think of another way to put it, Trudie. And honestly, the fact that the caucus leaders are meeting on a Friday afternoon, will they, submit some offer to Trudeau? Will they go public on the weekend or perhaps on Monday saying, you know what, it's time for him to go and we are united in this? Because it's all been in dribs and drabs. Remember, it began with individual MPs. Now, then there was like 20 MPs inside the caucus, but then it grew. The numbers grew, but we didn't get any names. And, people were saying, well, no, it's all being made up. I don't think it's being made up at all. I think that there is a realization that if the status quo exists, i.e. if Trudeau remains in charge, this party runs the risk of virtually being wiped off the political map in the next election. And what's really crazy in all of this, of course, is, and we discussed this briefly yesterday, is the wild card of Chrystia Freeland, who made it clear, even though she very publicly drop-kicked Justin Trudeau with her resignation from cabinet and citing the reasons why, that he basically was going to say, yeah, do this dirty work with the economic statement, and then I'm going to fire you. She says she's staying on. She's going to run the next election. And now, just in time for the weekend, Trudie, it seems that Angus Reid has put a survey suggesting that Chrystia Freeland would be the best shot for the Liberals to save the furniture, as we say in these parts. Are the Liberals going to lead the Tories with her in charge? No. But the Tory lead, while significant, will drop, not by the 10 or 20 that I suggested yesterday, but based on the survey that they've done of more than 2,000 people, they're saying it's close to like 17 points. Here's the thing, though. Those numbers are based on nobody having opened their mouth. Those numbers are based on no events having occurred. I think, and I'll maintain, that as much as Justin Trudeau is Pierre Poilievre's dream candidate, as much as Tory supporters and Tory pundits will turn around and say, we have to have an election right now, and they want that election to be led by Justin Trudeau because they know they're going to blow the Liberals from here to the Crab Nebula. But all that said, put in a new leader, the game is going to change, and I think that game changer is existing in the person of Chrystia Freeland. And don't forget, I hate to say it, part of her allure, as far as I'm concerned, with potential voters is the fact that she very publicly split with Justin Trudeau. She was a loyalist. She got double-crossed. She got passed over. She got treated, how can I put it?
Disposably like a red shirt is how she got treated.
Well, okay, now you're getting a little inside baseball there, Trudie.
That's a Star Trek reference.
we're making a Star Trek reference to the most killable characters on any Star Trek episode. But you know what, Trudie? I was going to say, how many women out there who got double-crossed by their bosses? How many women out there who had to bite their lip or bite their tongue because their boss would basically put them on hold, put their careers, put their lives on hold, are not gonna look at what happened to Chrystia Freeland and sort of like not say a word, but nod very, very slowly. And I think that's a big advantage for Ms. Freeland should she decide to seek the leadership. I know there are others who will try and get the job. This survey suggests that she would be a better choice than Mark Carney, a better choice than Melanie Joly, a better choice than François-Philippe Champagne, and significantly so. Once again, it's just a poll. Everything can turn on a dime tomorrow. But the one thing that becomes glaringly obvious is that people who think this is written in stone, who think that the Liberals are washed up and that Pierre Poilievre is inevitable, I don't think that's true. I think that this could change. This could change by February if the players change. We'll wait and see. But clearly, if Justin Trudeau does not leave, if Justin Trudeau wants to tell the country or pretend that his remaining in charge will do anything other than lead to the virtual annihilation of the federal Liberal Party, well, I think you're mistaken. I think that's exactly what it's going to lead to, and I think he knows that full well. Is the idea that he wants to burn the house? If he can't be Lord of the Manor, he'll burn the Manor down. That's a pretty bad legacy to leave behind you. And it seems to be that's what it's shaping into, Trudie.
I don't want to push you into making a prediction on the strength of the Freeland effect, but could it be hefty enough, even at what Angus Reid is saying, could it be hefty enough to actually thwart the Conservatives completely? Could it be enough to put the Liberals firmly back in power?
I'm trying to be very conservative in my speculation. Once again, anything is possible. I'm trying to be very conservative in my speculation. As I mentioned to you earlier this week, I think the best case scenario right now would be for the Liberals to hold the Tories to a minority government and maintain their position as the official opposition. That said, we have never seen a Conservative leader named Pierre Poilievre function without his personal punching bag, Justin Trudeau. Would Chrystia Freeland react differently to some of the more, as I say, romper room-based slogans that Mr. Poilievre likes to use to sort of explain the Conservative Party's position? I think things could change very, very radically. But all of it is just theoretical. All of it is a fairy tale until we hear from the great leader. And the very fact that he is waiting this long, the very fact that he is stringing everyone along, most importantly, the members of his own party, most importantly, the people who have been loyal to him throughout the entirety of their political career, to see him behave this way, I don't know how it makes other people feel. It just makes me genuinely angry because there is a point where you can depersonalize politics. This sounds very, very personal, and this sounds like a bauble that Justin Trudeau thinks he created and he doesn't want to give up. I know when he took power, when he assumed the leadership, he scoured that party. He blew up the back room. He got rid of the old guard. But the fact of the matter is, under his aegis, this party is just on the threshold of entering fringe territory. And if he hasn't figured that out, we can only hope to God that there's someone close to him who has his ear, who can explain it to him very simply and very quickly.
James Mennie, always great to talk to you.
You know, we'll have to do this again sometime, Trudie.
Yeah, next time Aaron is away, maybe. All right.
Absolutely. Have yourself a great New Year.
You too, and have a great weekend. James Mennie, reporter, columnist, and editor at the Montreal Gazette.